30 right now.
See, what Chris does is he doesn't try and figure out your play. He tries to figure out what's going to get under your
Shot
skin.
out 20.
That's much
He's
better.
not about the money. He's got all kinds of money. He just wants to come here and just poke you.
Courtney will have kings this hand.
I
don't think we'll see him fold this one pre-flop.
It's because I can't win no matter what. So I just talk there.
Oh, you saw that?
I didn't see it, but you were like getting close.
All right.
I didn't see anything.
I'm gonna make sure I put this big back in front of you.
Pocket kings for Courtney, my second favorite hand.
I didn't see anything.
After what? Jack 10 suited?
Threes, obviously.
Fair enough.
Raise 125.
He opens it up. 125. Chris with ace queen decides not to 3-bet, just calls.
Interesting. He's normally 3-betting a lot, not flatting a lot, and happens to pick this time to flat, maybe because Courtney isn't opening a lot, and it happens to work out because now he gets to see a flop where Courtney would have probably 4-bet if he had 3-bet. And look at that flop. Oh
He
my
should
god.
have 3-bet.
Yeah, but he might have got blown off the hand if he 3-bet.
350.
Wow. What a flop. I'll give you fold and I'll take all their options.
No.
And Chris
Decides to
calls.
just call. Still playing his hand.
Turns an 8. Chris is going to get at least one more street out of this.
Probably. This is a thin bet from Courtney here. Looking for value.
Rough guess. Courtney, how much you have?
Looks like about 20, 22, not much.
Same bet as the. And so he goes from overbetting the flop to betting less than half pot on the turn. More like a third, almost a third pot on the turn, right?
Yep.
It's
Chris
so
going to
scary,
just
man.
call.
So scary.
Courtney
Very,
says
very
he's
scary.
scared.
River's a jack, not the greatest river for anybody. Courtney's going to keep betting. This is not the most fun situation for Chris, but I mean, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But you don't want to see someone triple barrel into you.
No, Chris doesn't love his hand anymore. He's gonna call, but you can't raise for value here as Chris.
Right, exactly.
You just run into a full house too often.
Yeah, like Courtney could just have ace jack, could have ace king, could have jacks. I mean, he pretty much just beats kings and queens at this point.
No. You beat plenty of other hands. Courtney can have a lot of the ace suiteds from EP.
Right, okay. But Courtney limps a lot of those hands there too. As, you know, he's just not raising a lot early position.
Fair enough.
So,
Kings.
But when he chooses to triple barrel, it just seems more that he's gonna have the ace two, the ace two through ace nine suited type hands.
yeah.
Than kings or queens.
Someone that's opening the correct range is going to have those hands. But I think Courtney might only be opening to 125 under the gun at 1
No.
and triple barreling.
Ready to
Well, I
go.
don't know about the triple barreling part, but with like
Good hand.
his best aces and then like kings and queens and jacks,
I mean,
tens.
you might be right. It's just I obviously haven't watched a ton of him, but
Yeah.
there's also just always a thing where you can make assumptions about people, but people
I
in
know.
poker often just do things that surprise you.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
So I'm always of the school of being less like super exploitative and making wide-ranging assumptions.
He could
on
also
how
just
people play.
randomly have pocket eights and like raise pre, bet that flop,
Is
and
it
turn
with the
vote.
25? Am I not putting
There's just lots of things that are weird that people
Yeah.
show up with all the time.
Yeah, I didn't.
Poker players are weird,
I'm trying
confirmed.
to put them on
Yeah.
these, so I wish I could.
Armenian Mike is the perfect example of
Just
someone
randomness.
who sometimes has things that a lot of people who want to act like they always know exactly what he has. He can be very surprising at times.
Yeah, he's very.
He doesn't necessarily play the way that you think that he will, no matter how often you've seen him play.
He has a randomizer in his mind.
I love you, Harry.
The new state of poker, randomizers.
And look at this, Mark 3-betting Jack 9 off from the small blind here. Courtney with 5s, and he's gonna call. So after Courtney loses that hand. He's on a little tilt. He's going to call 5s after folding 9s to a single raise earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening here.
And Harry obviously going to call as well.
Yeah, Courtney folded to the same size, but a much less scary sequence of action earlier with 9s, and is now cold calling 3-bets with 5s.
Okay, this board is actually ace queen 9. We'll back it up and fix it. It was actually ace queen 9 2 hearts, not a 4 of clubs. The 4 of clubs looks like it was the burn card, so we'll get this flop fixed. And we have an all-in from Harry with an open ender here. Mark with a 9. So it's actually ace queen 9.
Okay, so Harry has the open ender, and Mark has bottom pair.
It's a big jam by Harry. So Mark bets 900, and Harry just jams.
How much for is it for me?
I'll tell you right now. 4, 9, 1,000, 2,000, 2,200.
Mark giving this one a considerable amount of thought for having
7,
bottom pair on an ace queen X board.
5, 1,000 here. Yeah, 15.
You have 2 pair already?
I got a really good hand.
Alright, I call.
Call.
Wow. And Mark does call.
Once or twice.
Reminder for everyone
One's fine.
watching, if you didn't hear, the board is ace queen 9.
Once. All in and call. Rest once.
Oh, damn.
I got a straight.
And Harry
I got a flush.
makes a straight, but the 4 flush comes.
Sit down, Mark.
So that's how the board ran out. You see it there. So Harry turned a straight, and Mark rivered a flush. Mark made the call as soon as Harry said, I have a big hand. And Marc Klang, a.k.a. iPun Stacks, wins a $5,700 pot
Wow.
for the Live of the Bike chat. He's usually in the chat watching the show as iPun Stacks. You've heard about him. You've seen him on social media. He's right here, Marc Klang. He just took down
Big hand.
the most legendary player in Live of the Bike history, Harry.
Harry is the legend in these streets, and that is as an impressive call by Mark.
Is it 5 coming or no?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy with it, but I ain't coming to fold. You know that. I didn't come to any place to fold.
Green Thumb said, is that the Yayo guy? It is. That is the Yayo guy. Yayo Gate himself, Marc Klang right there in the 2-seat, gracing us with his presence.
I didn't even know how to respond.
Jay Tyler said played with him in Florida a bunch. That's right. Yayo Gate said Frankie B. Jay Tyler said Mark is a maniac.
Let me tell you something, dude. You gotta take lessons from Chris on how to finesse the fish. Chris is much better at
Is this
this.
the Mark that was commentating recently? No.
This guy knows what he's doing.
Win rate's 400.
And it'll be interesting to see if this changes how Harry plays, because Harry has been winning a lot the last couple months since he's been back playing the show full time. And it hasn't been often that he's been stuck 3K like he is now, so we'll see if it changes his demeanor at all.
Right.
Courtney's all in here with ace 10 suited.
You want me to call or no?
And
That means
I
you
don't
got
think
ace
Mark's
king.
fold.
Yeah, but they are friends.
No.
They know each other.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't know exactly what their dynamic is.
I got a call.
He does call.
He does call.
Once or twice.
What if he said no?
I got 8 side. I still would have called. I got 8 side.
And you got a good hand.
One board or 2 boards?
One board.
And Mark is a run at once guy, it looks like.
Yep.
Or at least for this small of a pot. And that is
Nice
Courtney
flop.
out flopping him.
Courtney, he can hold.
Oh!
I got 2 pair. Oh, me, man.
This guy's up.
And Mark on a little heater.
I was at least ahead there.
In for 5K up to 8,700. He's still collecting chips.
It's a painful run out.
Give me 2.
Thank you.
All the money just goes.
And yeah, Mark holding the chips, running good. If this continues, that could be good news for the strip club business in LA tonight.
It took my
Not even joking.
No, very serious.
You called me. What do you have?
Ace check.
That's a good hand.
Oh, no, that's free flop.
2K, yeah.
All right, that's
Tough
so
run
what's
out
that,
there
one
for
from
Courtney.
last time or no?
Obviously, like,
3? Okay, I'll take
the
it.
hand's
Where's the straddle?
the best hand held up, but just the way that it comes out is sometimes more painful.
No, I got chips here. Yeah, trust me. I'm gonna put money on the table. I ain't gonna rattle it off. You ain't gotta worry about that.
Can you get some change for any just
What do you need, boss?
go.
I got the next bottle of wine, Harry.
I already got a bottle.
Oh, when you're ready for the next one.
I had a good feeling that Harry and Mark would clash well. They're both very similar
Last time I
in
drank
terms of
wine,
just
I
having
was
a
on
good time at the
date, and I
table,
threw up
drinking a
everywhere
lot,
on the date. That one
straddling,
still went
bringing
back to the house,
action.
and I threw up at my house while she was
Yeah,
doing my
and
date.
they immediately played a big pot with
And
pretty
then, right, so like, I
Okay.
basically
Marginal
I basically
hands.
kicked her
Yeah,
out
and
'cause I was
they,
so
you know, they
embarrassed.
both come from
And
that
then
home
she
game
texted me like, I
background.
thought you were
Right.
coming to help me walk my dogs. Like, she still wanted to after. I was like, what the hell? I'm fat. I got a small I'm poor. Like, what is wrong with this girl? I'm like, what?
150.
This girl's out of her noggin.
Hide your wife, hide your kids, guys, if you're listening to the show tonight.
This is a
That too. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying.
R-rated
Like,
show.
I don't know what happened. I think I
Mark
haven't showed since the day I moved to
At
It's
least
not here
PG.
for the PG show.
at least PG-13.
She hasn't
Oh,
pulled the
for
trigger
sure.
yet.
Mark
It's been
raising
6
it up with
months, I don't
9-2
know what she's
suited,
playing
gets called in 2 spots. And
Check.
Mark flops the best hand with a pair of deuces and bets it.
for.
Shout out to Jimmy Bluffett in the chat.
What's up, Jimmy?
Jimmy always in there. And just like you're saying with Harry and Mark, they get involved again.
Harry calling with
Not much of
Jack
any.
high.
Francisco overcalls.
Wow,
with
look at
king
this.
high.
Wow, what is going on here?
This
Harry
is-
turns the best hand.
I don't know what's happening in this hand, but it does check through on the turn. And Harry Rivers a flush. No one else with really anything.
3.
I think a check would have done better here. But Harry's going to take it down.
And this game is just getting started. Who knows what this game is going to be in a couple hours?
Yeah, some pretty aggressive calls there on the flop.
As
Helmuth.
one Adam Levy might say.
Oh, that's right. Levy 2 Helmuth. It was an aggressive call.
Former Live at the Bike part-time commentator, Adam Levy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, over the summer he commentated with us a few times.
Very cool.
4-2 or something.
I got it.
I don't think I've ever met him, but he always seemed like a cool guy online.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He was good commentating too.
No, we
Chat seemed to like him.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
because I know what you're saying. 'cause
You
we
know
all-
Shalom, everyone knows
We all
Shalom.
thought the same thing, but we were all wrong.
Dan, you're gonna qualify now if you're in time in town at the time to play whenever we have a commentator game.
Ah, I've done enough to qualify.
For sure. Oh yeah, I mean we had Athena play in the commentator game, and she commentated like once. So you definitely qualify.
How often are commentator games?
We haven't had one since January or February, but I think we need to do one sometime in the next few months.
Well, let me know when you schedule one. I'm totally in.
You're not driving, are you?
Sounds like a lot of fun. Plus, I like taking your guys' money.
Oh yeah,
You got that or the
that's the
Bentley
best
here
money.
It's just free.
50 to call.
None of these guys win.
It's true. I don't win on the show very often.
Junk.
I won on Tuesday, but
All in on
I won
9.
4K on Tuesday. Well, I was up like 8K. I ended up we played an hour and a half after the show.
Is Harry all in?
Yeah.
How is
Yeah.
how is Harry all in?
He's randomly
I
jammed
knew
on.
it flip so bad.
So I booked a win on Tuesday on this Randall show, but I felt like I lost because I only won
We were at
4K.
Queen 7, I still
And everybody else won more than me.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
again.
When someone just throws a party like that, that'll happen.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was fun. Tito Ortiz was a lot of fun.
Keep buying new.
Tom and Tom were fun. Ashton was cool.
You just bought what, 2 more?
Uh,
I know, I seen the 2 you just
Rio
bought
was
the other
great.
day.
You know, Randall obviously I love just hanging out with Randall. A lot of fun.
Yeah, tuning in, it seemed like it was a really fun game.
Yeah, it was.
Looked like everyone was having a good time and a lot of action.
I want to get a
Someone asking why he shows the King 9. I mean, if you're
Image.
going to jam King 9 for 4,000 pre over no raise, you might as well show it. I don't know why else you'd do it.
You gonna bust it down, all down.
I saw one in
20,
Vegas.
20 plus carry? Yeah, was it
I saw-
150?
No, it was 240.
240?
I say I can't.
You're too stupid. Not right now. Work for a year first.
I can't talk myself into
240,
that.
nah, 240 is too much. What can your boy get it for you? Anything? Any cheaper?
No.
Just one of a kind.
That's just one of
Damn,
those.
bust down AP. That's it. You gotta pay it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You too rich.
You calling Courtney?
Yeah.
You too rich.
I just want one.
Raised up by Mark here with ace-9 suited, one of his better hands. Francisco limped with king-queen suited.
Get a nice used one, I guess.
Francisco's been quiet so far. When Francisco starts going, when he gets going, gets active, makes some moves, that's when the game gets fun.
Yep.
Gonna be to the roof bet, man.
3 players.
Famous a lot of yellow chips.
And Mark with top pair here.
Oh, I meant to bet 3, but that's already 4 work. 4 work.
He bets it. And this should take it down, although we did see Francisco float him rather light in a previous hand where he overcalled.
Stay here after the show?
And he is going to float here as well out of
I prefer
position.
to go see boobies.
So 2 floats from Francisco against Mark out of position with not much of anything. Francisco checks again. Mark checks back. Francisco with nothing, and he's going to take a stab at it, it looks like.
Wow, Francisco called the flop. He's going to try to bluff, and he gets snapped by Mark.
I mean,
Wow, soul read.
I mean, no, clean run out. For sure for Mark.
I mean, yeah, but, I mean, he just snapped. He just beat him in the pot. That is awesome. Marc Klang, ladies and gentlemen. Marc frickin' Klang.